Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Steam Frame, the newest VR headset from Valve Software. Steam Frame, here we go, another in-depth video here, a lot of me talking. So Steam Frame is a standalone and PC VR tethered headset. What it is, basically, it is the headset, it is a Quest and an Index. It's both. The controllers are not the Knuckles controllers. I love the Knuckles controllers so much. Those are the best controllers ever, man. I swear to God. So those are. I love this light, dude. I love this Litra Glow light. Best purchase I ever made. It's so much better for recording now. I got a buzz cut. I didn't mention it in the video, and it's kind of grown out long now. It was very short before, but I am doing the buzz now. Steam Frame. Get off topic. Steam Frame is standalone PC VR headset. It's gonna have the capability to do both regular, just standalone wireless, and then also tether for high level PC VR games, which I will be buying one of these. I will be purchasing one. Price range looking at about 1,600 to 2,000. So that's a lot. The Index was 1,000. That was already kind of pushing it, but that kind of made sense, at least at the time. The deck they took a loss on, I know that. Steam Frame, they're looking at almost $2,000. I don't think there's going to be any multiple options to my knowledge. It's not going to be like different storage levels, although it might if it's going to be standalone. I haven't heard anything about storage options. But it is going to be a decent amount of money. Maybe about 2/3 of the Apple Vision Pro, which I have tried out myself, and I love the Apple Vision Pro. Very cool, overpriced. Rumored they're going to launch one this week, or as of this week, with a new M5 chip, apparently. Again, okay, so, I mean, yeah, because the Apple Vision Pro was announced when I was in, 8th grade? It's been a couple of years. Anyway, I digress. Steam Frame, it is going to be a lot of money. And I think Valve is absolutely, as Gabe Newell said himself, Valve is in a position where they can take risks because of Steam and things like Proton and things like CS2 and Dota. With all these money makers, they are able to take risks like this. So that's why they can make the deck and take a loss on the deck. They could take a loss on the deck. Which is what they did. They admitted themselves. So that's interesting. But Steam Frame is going to be a lot of money. And honestly, dude, I think Valve's going to get fucked with this. As much as I love them, they are not going to sell nearly as much as they think they are of these. To be quite frank. They, like, again, the Index was kind of pushing it. A lot of money. But that was still, it was one of the higher-end, it was one of the high-end VR headsets, but still pretty accessible to the public. People still wanted it. That was still very on the high end. I remember people discussing the price on that. The deck, just as much as the Switch, as other consoles, that was fine. For the base model, at least. Actually, I'm going to look at this. Base model, I think, is 400, if I'm not mistaken. The 64 gig LCD. I am going to do a new video on the Steam Deck because I got rid of, this is years ago when I made the videos. I got rid of my 512 gigabyte LCD Steam Deck and I got the 512 OLED. I didn't get the 1 terabyte. Honestly, in hindsight, kind of a mistake. I should have gotten the 1 terabyte, but I'm not going to, it's whatever. I don't give a shit. It's not really that big of a deal for me and I'll upgrade in the future. But I have the 512 OLED now. I love the OLED. We're going to do a whole separate video on the Steam Deck OLED and 2025. Don't worry, that's its own video. Again, the pricing on that was pretty good, but with the Steam Frame now, this is really targeting only enthusiasts like me. Like, I'm in a position where I can afford this, and I'm a very extreme Valve enthusiast. I will buy one of these, and I'm going to. whenever they announce it or they pre-order whatever. I'm gonna get one. So like that's okay, but this is not for the masses clearly, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But I think they're overestimating. This is revolutionary tech. They're overestimating how many people are going to buy these. The only people that are going to buy these are people like me, enthusiasts, people who are into it. It's not going to be the general public. People, and this is going to be a high-tech, complicated headset doing dual PCVR and standalone. This is going to be not entry level at all. People like me are going to buy it. Enthusiasts, people, who are just in the tech space in general are going to buy it. But I think at that price point, they're cutting out a lot of enthusiasts who can't afford that kind of stuff. And then they're cutting out all the general public. So they're taking a very big risk with this, is what I will say. And they're going to be bundling HLX with this. HLX, I did a separate video on HLX. HL has Half-Life 3. It is Half-Life 3. HLX is going to be both flat screen 2D as well as VR. As far as I know to this point, I could be wrong, but that's what I know up to this very current moment. It is not going to be like a separate storyline for both. It'll be you can experience it in VR or you can experience it 2D flat screen. I'm going to play it in both. I'm going to do both, obviously. It is going to be bundled with the Steam frame. Just like Half-Life Alyx was bundled with the Index. So it's going to be nice. People can play HLX without using the Steam frame. It's nice. But now again, for those who want to experience it in VR, though, now I'm thinking now, is it going to be like Half-Life Alyx where, yes, you can play it on a Rift, on a Quest, or on a Vive, but it won't be as good as playing it on the Index because it's optimized for the Index. I played it on an HTC Vive with the Knuckles controllers. That was fine. So I'm wondering, I know the Steam frame controllers are not Knuckles. They're they're called the Roy controllers, or codenamed Roy. They look just like the Quest 3 controllers. Like, fucking identical. I'm not even kidding you. Actually, I will show you guys a fucking mock-up of them. I have them saved. And I did some of my own rendering as well. But I'm not going to show you mine. Because that's pointless. See if I can find Steam frame controllers. Okay, yeah, here. So here they are. This is what they look like. That's a picture of the Index. This is what they're going to look like. According to Datamines, this is what they're going to look like. They're literally a Steam Deck split into two VR controllers, with the form factor of a Quest 3. Quest 3 controllers. That's what they look like. Very cool. I like them. Again, because this is not going to be like the Index where it's meant to be like PCVR exclusive, high, intense gaming. This is a mix of standalone and PCVR. So I understand the switch to the controllers. I am hoping that they are going to make the Knuckles compatible. I know the Knuckles required base stations. I hope that this headset is advanced enough to track the Knuckles, because I love the Knuckles controllers. And I hope that they can interface with them, or if we can fucking jerry-rig it or something, where we can do it ourselves. Because I still have my Knuckles controllers. I still have them. I sold my HTC Vive a while ago. And then now I had a Quest 2. Now I have, I had one when it first came out. I have the Quest 3 for my standalone stuff, for like AR as well. And then also the PSVR 2 for my PS5. And then I also use the PSVR 2 PC adapter to play PCVR games, which I'm going to do a review on that adapter soon anyway. Speaking of AR, new Meta glasses, we're doing a video on that, and I will be getting those. I booked a demo for them. But I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be very, very interesting of what the Steam frame is going to look like and of what they're planning for it. I can't lie by not saying I'm a little bit concerned. I have to be frankly honest with everybody here. I am a little bit concerned for the price point. This is a lot of money. 1,000 was a lot for the Index. Steam Deck was priced pretty well. 1,600 to 2,000. I'm assuming there's going to be storage options because it's going to be also standalone plus PCVR. So I'm assuming there's going to be options. That's a lot of money, man. That is really pushing it. Like, for that amount of money, dude, no one in the public's gonna buy that. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping that it's gonna be a bigger market, but this is gonna be an enthusiast specific product. And I think even then, Valve may be overestimating how many people are really gonna, even if they can't afford it, are they gonna want to blow the 2,000 on it? Like I know I will. I'm a diehard enthusiast since day one of Valve. I've been here since day one. You know, I'm gonna buy it, and I can afford it, and that's fine. But even those people who are enthusiasts, are they gonna want to shell out 2,000 for this? Like, even if you could afford this, do you want to spend the money? So I think they're gonna encounter some issues there. Hopefully, not too many issues. There's also the Fremont, the console. That's a separate video. I don't know. That was a fucking mess, man. I swear to God. But yeah, that is about it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.